Hey, Audacious Beast, welcome back to my channel. Let's try and fix this focus here. Focus! You must stay focused. Alright, so today we are talking a little bit about I would say, from 1995 and older. Oh, geez, you gotta be old, man. Now, you're going to find out what I'm going to talk about, but hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss another video. So today I was sitting here on my bus. Yes, I'm back on my big old charter bus again. There she is, so I'm not sitting in my pickup. So basically what I'm talking about is, why don't we see anybody go outside anymore? What happened? When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, get your butt outside and have a little bit of fun. That's right. Pretty much that's what it was. I mean, from 5 years old until I was 18 years old, if it was the weekend and it wasn't storming, my butt was outside. We'd get up in the morning, 6 a.m., it's Saturday morning cartoons, shove a bowl of cereal in our mouth, and our butt was outside. And that's important. And I'm going to explain why that's important. Because right now, you don't see kids go outside. You drive down a neighborhood street, and boom, there's nobody. It looks like a ghost town. Well, today it's not a ghost town. I see 1, 2, 3. There's 4 baseball games and a lacrosse game and a tennis match. And it's cloudy outside and a little bit of sprinkles. So, you don't see anybody go outside anymore. Now everybody's saying, well, it's because our kids aren't safe. Your kids aren't safe. I'd say they're more safe outside than they are anything else. And the thing is I'm still sitting here. Nothing happened to me. Well, the only thing that happened to me was just that bully that didn't like my bicycle that had that big shoehorn seat on there. Was kind of jealous about it, I guess. Well, he had a BMX, and he took a big old log and he bent the living heck out of the wheel and the frame and all that. Just to pick on me. He was the neighborhood bully, but he got shot down a few times because, you know, my dad was a big old grizzly bear and walked up to his dad's door, and the kid never picked on me ever again. That's what they thought. He just picked on us lightly, but he treaded water lightly. So let's just get back to playing outside. So they said, well, if they go outside, they're going to be awfully bored. I mean, what are you going to do? Give them a ball and a frisbee? Nah, not really. Give me a dog and a stick? Man, I'll be outside all day long. Thing is when we were outside, we played baseball, we threw frisbees, I climbed trees up to the 30, 40 foot mark. My mom would come out during lunchtime and find me asleep at the top of that tree. And she would look up at the side of that tree and nearly freak out. And I would look down and I'd say, oh, hi, Mom. She said, get down from there, it's time for lunch. So, man, I was busy having fun. Yeah, sure enough, I climbed back down the tree. That was fun. I mean, when I got to go outside, that was about the second thing that I did. The first thing I did was we had our dog that was chained up to the doghouse. So we'd go up and our dog would be barking and Hale was wagging, happy as could be, and we'd let her go, and man, she'd run turbo. She would beat any greyhound at the dog track. Man, that was so much fun. And then all of a sudden she'd find this ball, and we'll be playing ball for the next 30, 40 minutes. And then out in our backyard, we had this big old cow shed. Now, this cow shed was something. This was, we instantly called this our clubhouse when we moved up there. So, yeah, this clubhouse. And out in the field, when we moved into this new house, there was all kinds of tires. So, all these tires went into this back shed. Because the front shed was all of our wood. We kept the wood because we had a wood burning stove. So, we'd have some chores to do. We'd have to mow the lawn. We'd have to pick up apples. Man, we had apple trees up the wazoo. We picked up apples, avoid getting stung. Get back to the sting part later. We play on the swing set. I don't think we played on the swing set that much because there was just so much to do outside. We'd either get on our bike or we'd ride around a loop. We had a big 1 mile loop to run down and up the hills. 99% of the time we'd never make it back up the hill. We'd have to get off, walk our bike back up the hill and then continue. We never complained. It was fun. And then when we finally ride back into our yard, here comes our dog to greet us again. And then we'd go and we'd start running in the yard and our dog would knock us down and we'd lack all over the face. That was fun. And then if all of a sudden there's some extra wood from a construction site, it was in our yard. We built a big old tree house and a big oak tree in the backyard. We played on it a little bit. I don't think we made it right because it was kind of rickety. We were a little scared to get up there into that tree house. But we went up there a couple times. We preferred that big clubhouse in the backyard. The big clubhouse in the backyard was probably about 8 feet wide by about 22 feet long, and it had about a 9-foot ceiling. And if you imagine a closed caboose and then about a 4-foot doorway on the wide side, it was an old cow shed. And we had all kinds of tires in there. Man, you want to talk about wild imagination. We stood up all the tires and made a big maze, and we crawl in between the tires and the big maze. There was no water in the tires. The tires were all dry. Then when we got tired of that, then we'd turn around and we'd make an obstacle course. And we'd use the tires like the military, running through the obstacle course and falling on our face and laughing. Then when we got tired of doing that, we'd climb up on top of the clubhouse and proclaim this land as Scottyallanday's kingdom. And then somebody else would climb up on there and say, I proclaim this land and I choose you to a duel. We'd have 2 sticks and we'd battle it out. And one of us would pretend that we're gone, and we have the new king, and then the king would make his proclamation, and we'd go and clean up the tires and that sort of thing. And then later on we'd have tires, and we'd play court. The supreme ruler of the land, or the kingdom, the king of the kingdoms. So our imagination was endless inside of that yard. When we had extra wood, we'd cut it up and we'd make stuff. We'd make boxes, and we dug out a old go-kart out of the woods, and we used our bikes. Man, it took us a half an hour to get that thing because the tires wouldn't move, nothing wouldn't move, the engine wouldn't turn over. It was an old go-kart. We asked the neighbors about it, and they said they've been there for a long time. They never knew it was there. I said, well, can I have it? I said, sure, if you can get it out of here, you can have it. I said, cool. So we took it home. We took the tires off and we went into the garage and we grabbed the grease gun and we greased all the spigots, and we'd go and we changed the oil and take the spark plug out and put in a new spark plug. And this was me and the neighbor kids. And then we'd take the carburetor apart and we'd clean that all up and empty out the gas tank because it had water and gas in there, and cleaned that all out and drained that all out and put it all in there, and then pulled on that thing. We pulled on that thing for 3 days and nothing worked. Man, we were so disappointed. The neighborhood bully was riding his bike up to go meet his buddy up the street. His buddy up the street babysat us as kids and really respected us. And the bully stopped by and he took a look at that go-kart and said, wow, got a go-kart? I said, yeah, but we can't get it started. He said, yeah, but I'm on bad terms with the old man. He said, I think I might be able to fix that. I said, well, if Dad comes out, then okay, well, we'll say we made peace. I said, okay, come on. And he came into the fence and took a look and said, well, you're missing this spring, and this right here is dirty, and got a screwdriver, and he did that, and within 5 minutes, we put on that lever, and that engine roared to life. Oh my God, we were so happy. And then the belt broke. The belt broke, so we had to wait for Dad to come out, and said the belt broke, but The bully in the neighborhood helped fix the go-kart. Can we keep it? So Dad said, if we can't get it running, we have to take and put it back. Well, we got it running. Dad said, okay. So he put a new belt on it. Man, we rode on that thing all summer long. And then we left it outside, and then we went back inside to go and have dinner, and then we got up the next morning to go and find it. It was gone. Someone randomly, out in the middle of nowhere, came and stole our go-kart. I said, okay, well, I guess the owner found it. We fixed it for him. My dad was a little upset, and he went down and see that the neighborhood bully had something to do with it. I said, nah. He said, I wouldn't have touched it. I had fun on that thing too. I had the time of my life on that thing too yesterday. So why would I take it? I was going to come up and play some more. But we all learned things. That was the thing. That was the reason we went outside. We learned things. We created. We imagined. We learned more in the course of the summertime playing outside. We learned more in the course of the wintertime. I mean, if it snowed on the ground, we were outside until the street lights came on. That was it. There's the term that you've listened for. We got up in the morning. We watched our cartoons. If it wasn't storming on TV, if it wasn't storming outside, we were out until the street lights came on. So this is a tale that people don't understand. But if you just did it just once, even with your own kids, you had them going outside and playing until the street lights came on. And you did it for 2, 3, 4 weeks, and then you asked them about their adventure. You see a whole new child. You see a whole new adult. You'll hear about that kid talking about his memories for the rest of his life. So that's my story about the streetlight coming on and going outside. So what do you guys think about it? Did you enjoy it? Do you have your own story? Drop it in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. And tell your friends and family and keep on rocking. There's another part of that coming up in a couple weeks. So stay tuned.